Hello and welcome back to the third part of our coughing and spluttering Abyssal Prince sick man SOVL run. We have more flies to play with, dear me. We're just being overwhelmed. Somebody must have laid an egg or something. I'm going to try and play better with the Rottweilers, kind of show off what they can do. And we're really being carried by our two mucus monsters here. This is the second part of Act 2, so we've already kind of planned out our route here. We're just going to go through the straight line, take some random events for a bit of interesting spice, and then the real fights and healing for the Act 2 boss. Ooh, interesting. Forgotten Tomb. This is the one where you send troops in and potentially you get gold and magic items back out. The issue is that you risk losing things, and as you can see from my army, I don't have a lot of fodder troops. In fact, basically anything I send in there is going to cause pretty catastrophic wounds. I could send in a couple flies. I don't really need them to be full strength. I just use them to distract things. So there you go. 3 flies are going to go into the tomb just to have a mooch around and see what they can buzz on. There give me some gold. Great. 74 gold in exchange for an fly. Fine, that'll do. I don't need any more. We intend to heal the fly over there anyway, so we can just bear in mind after this fight, unless this is also an optional battle, this will be full heal for the boss regardless. Forest Wrath. How do you sicken a forest? Well, I guess if you don't take care of the vegetation properly, it will eventually just succumb to weak soil and fall apart. Okay, you can fly over the middle. Just be here and distract whatever you need to distract. Maybe I'll use you instead. Flies, just be annoying. The dogs I need to somehow preserve. I'll just kind of maybe put them slightly behind these two because they can absorb fire a bit better. Surely anything over there would target that Dwayne first before the Rottweilers. Okay, there's not a lot of shooting to deal with, which is nice, but it is a very durable army. It's going to take a while to chop through. The easiest way to deal with these hyper durable units is hitting them from 2 sides and breaking their morale. Trying to beat them directly would just be a nightmare. I could start plaguing things to slow them down. Not a huge amount of value in plague. I could make these skill 3, which would help Dwayne do more damage to them if I eventually got over there. It's not a terrible idea. I think the Abyssal Prince could beat them. Power 6 is miserable against defense 7. They get a 3-up save, but they have to reroll, and then I'm tough enough to endure whatever they throw back, so he can chop one to death. We'll have to overwhelm the other. Let's just start positioning around these then. Come this way. Get past the rock. Not that rock, that rock. The monsters. I would rather use the flies to flummox the eagles, so we'll wait for them to move and then counter position them. Just use Dwayne first. Throw a rock now or cast Shadow Bolt. I think what I'll do is I'll plague this unit. It's the only one with a ranged output, so it worsens its shots and it makes it slower, which is nice to scupper an annoying unit like cav rushing around. These have now moved. I guess I could just throw Dwayne straight into one of them and start the battle. I think really I should probably throw out all the damage stuff first, and then once he's thrown all, then I can go in and attack. Because yes, it's going to get 2-up saves against these, which is miserable, but it has to re-roll them. So we will do a couple wounds here and there. They did largely what we'd expect. Flies over them. It'll be much easier to get around them next turn. That eagle can be flanked by this unit if I position it correctly. Reason being is that we can disregard the impassable terrain, so we can simply fly straight over it. Get it, fly. But I need to be able to draw a line of sight, which I can't do because it's too far away. Bollocks. I'm technically a flying unit, but we're slower than usual. So I guess I'll have to wait till next turn. I guess I can just fly it this way. If I had the movement, I would. Oh, I can't get there. Fine, this is a positional turn then. In which case we'll just stand here and wait for something to happen. Can't get it. Their movement range is actually better than mine. They have move 20 and I'm slumming it on move 19. The dogs can just about slip around there. Let them move there. There you go, they've moved the entirety of their central block. Now, annoyingly, I can't do my hit them from both sides trick because they're just too close together. Well, if I could get behind them, that would work. I'm quick, I'm not that quick. Oh, I'm lying, I'm absolutely that quick. That's definitely a rear charge. Great. Because they're going to get rear and front charge, I can actually hit this with 2 units and kill it. Perfect. Just throw a rock at something. Probably actually would be best into the tree ant or things. I can't quite get it over there and still charge this unit though. I'd have to go all the way to there, throw the rock at it and then turn, which I can do. You see, I can do that easily, so let's do it. The bigger one. Any damage I do to this is worth its weight in gold, and then come about to hit this unit. Come the tree ants, that's nice. I need to wait for that to move before I do anything else, so you first. If I really need to stop something charging, I can use Arcane Web 1 turn, but for now, chip away. 2s, but you have to reroll. There you go, another one. I'm starting to shoot my flies. This is just going to happen infinitely for the most part. And the eagles. Right. I can get over there this turn because I can finally fly that far. Engage you. The issue is I don't know which one this eagle's on. Well, I guess if I put the other flies here, I can hit the other eagle, which works well enough. Oh, they're not even bothering. Okay. Just wait here. Kill this, and then let's surround this dryad unit. Disappear. They're very high discipline, however, they're not fearless. In previous patches they used to be, which is quite irritating, but no, they can actually be killed now. Right, they're after the dogs. Well, if this unit breaks, can I draw line of sight? No, Dwayne sadly can't see them. So what I'll do is I'll net that unit in place this turn, so once this is dead, I'm not being charged, and I can start getting away from it again. What your plan is. Okay, be clever. Net this one. Arcane Web now it can't charge me, so we're safe for a turn. Go ahead and put you over here. I could oh, that's a good opportunity. I can recharge the tree ant now to kill it. Oh, what's going on? We're being shot over there. No damage. Oh yeah. 8. I think they just cast heal on that unit, despite the fact it was full HP. That was clever. I'm super efficient. Do you think maybe one day I'll be able to charge this unit? Probably not. It would be easier to come around this way because I have more movement in that direction. I'll twist as far as we can to then come around that way. Otherwise, we're in for a fate of being slowly but surely shot to death. Interesting. So these flies now have to deal with this. Tie up that one. Okay, only 6 attacks. Good hits though. And I have to reroll 6. There's 2 wounds. Oh, it hits every single time. Okay, we do win. Hooray. For some reason, eagles have really high discipline. It's not enough to keep them on the field. Okay, Dwayne. Average hits. All 4 wounds. Very good. These dryads have, there's 12 of them, but they have 2 wounds each. There's 24 wounds of dryads, so 3 squads, 72 wounds of toughness 5 dryad to slowly slop your way through. It is pretty painful. So I'm hopeful I can just do enough damage in morale to break them, and then they disappear. Way more efficient. Right, you stop this. I could kill this one now. This may result in me being charged by the dryads, but I have multiple units to run around and engage that unit, so I don't care. I'll leave the flies active as well for the same reason, to get in the way of other stuff. They're running out of units, so I'm being forced to make decisions now. I can plague, I suppose. plaguing one of these so I can attack and kill it wouldn't be a terrible idea. Also slows it down, which is nice. Now has a lower skill than the Rottweiler, so I can deal with it easier. Good, neither of them are bothering the Prince. Perfect. I can do, come out of the way. Again, we'd love to surround and kill one of these. But we need to be taking into account the turn after that. So I could easily get one now, but were we to do so, we'd be inevitably rear or flank charged by the next unit. So let's just drag ourselves around. Oh, I think they just healed it. Oh, that's evil. He just cast regrowth on the tree out and put it back up to full HP. So I'm going to be stuck here for ages. All that chip damage I did was for nothing. These flies. Well, those flies are going to get recharged and killed. I don't particularly care. Just get away from them. Be here in case that eagle is still alive somehow. Only 2 wounds, yeah. This is going to take forever. I believe these ones are fearless. Yes, they don't take discipline penalty, so rolling against discipline 10 every turn. I may have to use Dwayne to come help kill this quickly, otherwise this is going to take too long. I'll save the heal for later. I'm not really taking much damage yet. The flies here will die. There's nothing I can really do about it. I chose not to charge here as the combined combat resolution of this will be so severe that we're going to die. Probably the eagle may just succumb to the sheer number of attacks, but then that immediately leads to the treant charging forward and hitting the next unit of flies, which defeats their primary purpose of distracting units. I don't want them stuck in combat unless I'm forced to. These dryads are clearly busy with you. I might be clever actually and put the Rottweilers this way. They'll then turn to face those flies and I can hit them in the back and possibly kill them. They're of course busy with you, so I'll get you over here. I shoot something before I end the turn. There, I can see both units. Somehow you missed an auto-hitting attack. Well done. They do that. Is it a side or rear charge? It's a side charge. Fine, good enough. And because this unit is now going to be charged and minced, I can get the flies back in the game. I need to get in the way of the dryads once I do this. You back away a bit so you aren't accidentally immediately charged by that treant once this combat concludes. Ow. 3 wounds, so for as much as the entire combat. They get good hits and then have a 3-up save that I have to reroll. We do 4 wounds, not bad. Take none. Yeah, I do. Their raw stats are good, but our combined stats, all the magic items, put us way over. The rerolls all stacked together are really powerful. Okay, we'll get rid of the druid now. Not really anything else. I could do that. I don't really need to bother. I think he can kill it on his own. But yeah, I'm not saving it for anything. I'm just going to move on. They're after the flies, interestingly. If I use the heal now, could I theoretically keep this fly alive? Maybe. I guess I could put the wound back on the Plague Hulk. I'm not saving it for anything else, so you'll do it now. Oh, we only got 1 wound, so we didn't have an extra one pop up. Would have given us. It would have doubled our attacks from a whole 2 to a whole 4. Amazing. They've forsaken this combat, which is a dreadful decision, but I'm happy with it. If they want a piece of us over here, that's okay. I recharge that eagle in a moment. Two wounds, 3 wounds, already dead. Great. The treant can be danced around. The hyperspeed eagle is more of a threat. Prince killed it on its own. Druid does nothing. We only hit 5 times, which is terrible, but their saving roll was also pants. Frustratingly, they killed off 2 dogs sideways, but what we do. And they have insane bravery. I think I do just beat them though with 15 attacks, as long as we roll, you know, average this time. Get rid of the eagle. Right, how do I deal with this? Pass. I'd rather actually round on the tree and kill that. It's more of a threat. So what I could do is put one of the flies into the back of one of these units. Ah, it's after my flies. Okay, well in that case, I'll have you kill this. You've clearly demonstrated you're an excellent counter, so you may as well. And I'll leave you to kind of outposition this unit. You know, eventually. In his slow, snotty way. Druid does nothing at all. That's more like it. Maybe I should have done that last turn. Can I kill a 2-wound eagle? Yes, I can. Zzz. Flying. Has a fly ever killed an eagle, do you think? Maybe if it got jammed in its throat while it was flying through the air. It must have happened at least once or twice in the history of the world. I could surround the dryads with flies. I don't know what the tactical benefit of doing so would be, but it's an option. Here, I could probably hit this unit with both the dogs and the Hulk, and that would kill it. Make it disappear. As long as we hit it from 2 sides, we're good. And then you can just hold this one's attention. Only 1 wound. But we're okay. So we'll win, it's just a question of how much damage we take. Shouldn't be too bad. Conveniently, this is the one I chose to plague. Get down with the sickness. Tree sickness. We gave them fungi. Surely well, that's got to be. I could have this unit come back here and charge just to contribute some meaningless DPS. Flank is also nice for combat resolution, so I don't accidentally lose and take 3 wounds to rolling a bad demonic instability check. I keep making them reroll saves and they're not failing anything, but then we're doing well on our saves, so I can't complain. Yet I just did. Take that, SOVL. Hey, the dog made a 5-up save, well done. And Dwayne's fine as well. 16 wounds worth of Dryad disappear. Kill this one. And we'll just finish this one off somehow. Okay, we need to surround you. I don't want to put any unit into the front, as that gives them all of their attacks. Again, we could just hit it from... It's hard to get Dwayne over to the side this turn. I'll have to do it next turn. And into the flank. Into the flank should probably be the flies, actually. It'd be easier for them to handle it than anything else. I have to be careful not to draw them too far away, though. Otherwise, they'll end up making it harder to pull off the charge next turn. I'll do. I would prefer the flies, as they're simply less likely to take damage than the hounds are. There we go. Finally got some rerolls there. And I last took a wound myself. Okay, you need to roll 1s. Can't contribute any damage, but they contribute a point for combat resolution. It was all worth it. Yeah, got what we wanted. Forward and twist. Beelzebubs. There. And for pure combat resolution purposes, I may as well throw the dogs into the back, as I needn't be concerned with taking wounds back here. Should probably be enough to kill this one off. Skull and crossbones gave it away before we even saw the reroll result. Took no damage, hurrah. Poison forcing the enemy to reroll 6s when they're already passing everything is irrelevant. Now I could do these charges, however, they can't kill the flies, but they could in theory do some damage to Dwayne, and I'm just not going to let them. I suppose in theory the campsite would heal it, but we've won already their routing this turn, so just use your imagination for what would befall these poor dryads in but a moment. Wouldn't be pretty, let's just leave it there. Now at the campsite, the hounds will heal to full strength and be fine. The flies will not, as they'll only get 1 to 2, so I have to heal them now. And you've leveled again. I guess recruiter, is it just from really just having more levels is nice. Wounds wouldn't be terrible, but I think we're tough enough with the reroll saves. I'll make the team stronger. And then you're perfectly healthy, so all gold all around. Beep, boop, beep, boop, beep. Okay, 318. We have this random event. Lost Regiment. That's an interesting one. So I can either wait and they'll come back as a different unit, or search. Now with cavalry, I know they come back as undead. I think it's dread knights. I have no idea what happens to demonic Rottweilers, so I'm rather interested to see. Let's see what happens if we wait. Drench yourselves in the blessed sickness of the swamp and see what we get out. But wow, the hounds turned into dread knights. So I guess they technically count as cavalry. That's a rather massive upgrade. That's outrageous. They still have demonic fury, so still the upgrade. They're now power 6 on the charge, better skill. That's the same, but incurs a -1 move penalty. But they have heavy cav, but they have armor. What an incredible upgrade! And they get all 8 of them, so they even got the units back. Okay, there you go. We have a unit of dread knights apparently. Putrid Legion. I'll rename them to at least show their heritage. And now the Rot Legion. Essence of their Rottweiler heritage. We get to that one because that allows us to heal. Alright, none of you are green, so we're not using this. I guess you could argue that the Abyssal Prince would count. However, and because you can then turn it into a Plague God Prince later, but no, it's but one, I couldn't even buy it, so it's too expensive. I probably wouldn't bother anyway. So it's purely an upgrade run, and these are fairly nice upgrades, particularly for Befelagor. Really benefits from these attack increases. So yeah, reroll missed attacks, +1 hit roll, great. So our somewhat dodgy 3+ hit roll has basically become a 2+ rerollable hit roll. So 2s, and if I roll a 1, roll the dice again, and I'll buy all of the possible upgrades for the Dread Knights. The Banner of Fury is easy, the War Banner of Fury. Do we want the Lance and Shield? That's an interesting question. Currently, they're equipped with great weapons, which means they're power 5 base and will improve to 6 on the charge. They also defense 5. If I take the Lance and Shield, I get +1 defense permanently, so I become permanently defense 6 instead of 5, and I get +2 bonus power, but only on the charge. I lose the permanent 1 power. So effectively, the difference is on the charge we would be the same. We go up to 6. But then on non-charge phases, the Great Weapon Dread Knights would be power 5, whereas the Lance Dread Knights would be down to power 4. So it depends. The trade-off is that defense is permanently up to 6, which I think is an amazing breakpoint. So I think it's well worth the upgrade. Being defense 6 means a lot of the stuff in the game that would be wounding you. So power 3, all the shooting and a lot of infantry that hits back, you get 2-up saves against. And then if it's power 4 or 5, particularly 5 against heavier stuff like the trolls and things, you're still getting a 3-up save. So a massive durability improvement. And we're still the same power output for the turn we charge, which is the one that really matters. I will try and buy the Potion of Power on the Prince. I think it's, I don't know if maybe, well, this is a new edition of SOVL, so perhaps that's been fixed. In previous versions, the monsters couldn't use them whenever you press the button, it just did nothing. So we'll test it in the Act 2 boss if I actually get the +2 power and attack. Down here I can buy Dwayne Shroud. I mean, I've got the gold, what am I saving it for? Heal everyone. Patch yourselves up. Okay, everyone gets XP except for the flies, which I think I have to heal. kind of not going to contribute much with 2. Everyone else does this. Okay, these flies have leveled again. Ooh, random stat. And that the unit size can't benefit us in the coming battle because I have no opportunity to heal, so this is the best in terms of actually doing things. Skill would be pointless because we realise they have no damage output whatsoever, so the best options for us would be probably defense or wounds just to make them tougher. Hooray, ultra elite skill flies that can't do any damage to anything anyway. I shouldn't have said anything. SOVL knew what I said and punished me for it. I'm sorry, okay? That's doing fine. Right, let's go into the Act 2 boss. Verdant Sentinels, so fellow green factions. These are wood elves and lizards, I think. We're going first. Right, flies do your thing and distracts it. Well, actually, I'll let the Dread Knights kill whatever's on the flank. And you can distract things in the middle. Fellow Gore, do you want to just take the centre with Dwayne here? Like that. I'll try and have the flies tank whatever they're shooting is by doing this. So they've got almost no shooting. It's only really that skirmish unit, which isn't too concerning. Pterodactyl riders. I'm going to pass and let them come forward. Oh, there's a dragon. Fire lizard. Ant. They're wasting most of their shooting output. I could probably flank those later, but not now. So let's put the flies this way. Skill 4. I have better skill than pterodactyl riders now. Can I beat them? If I charged them, we'd have equal power, we'd have equal defense. They still have more attacks than me, so I'd have to flank them in order to pull it off. I think with a flank charge, I could actually trust flies to defeat that unit. It'll be close, but they could do it next turn when they get into an easier to hit position. Yeah, I'll see what I want to fight. Can I defeat a fire lizard? That's a question as well. We have worse skill, 6 attacks versus 4 attacks. Equal power, but only when I charge, worse defense. 2 more attacks. I guess I could slowly chip it down over a couple turns. It's better than letting it constantly breathe fire at me, so I guess it's a solution. Make sure I can still charge the thing. I don't know if I'm in range. Yes, that's their bubble, so we can easily see it. I've got riders here. These will step forward and these will step forward. I don't really care about their infantry blocks. It's the fast stuff I need to kill off now. Now with the Banner of Fury, these are actually power 7 on the charge, which is pretty impressive. Sadly, that's 1 shy of getting over their defense of 4 for a better reduction save, but I think I can push through them. To deny some charges first, though. Sadly, my charge radius is a lot shorter than theirs, so I can't counter. Fine, once I put the flies forward, maybe I can lure some things out into bad positions. The fire lizard won't charge, so I can put my flies here and get into their backline and be annoying later. If I can squeeze in. Probably not, actually. There's not quite enough room anywhere. Unless I use something to preoccupy the raptors. They're only power 4? Which they're power 3. And you get a 3-up save. Do you think I can get over to flank the raptors with Prince? Probably not. Let's test this. Can I get up here? Oh, not quite. I can flank the Saurian warriors, which is nice. But they haven't. No, the Deep Guard haven't. Sorry, these haven't moved yet, so that's a bad idea. I could net them in place to get the flank this turn. It's not really worth it. I will save the net for when I desperately need it. The best use of the shot, I think, is into that fire lizard. If I can do a bit of damage now to guarantee those flies can take it out. I can't actually fit here. There's just not enough room. There's basically nowhere I can go. No, I can just... The fire lizard isn't going to charge, so I can just stand here. I'm fine. Talking nonsense. There you go, I'm safe. Start shooting it. Please, but re-rolling. 2 wounds, that's good. I have considerably more faith that the flies can deal with it now. power 6, sorry, defense 6 immediately proving its worth. This is the only reason I didn't instantly lose a Dread Knight. Anything they haven't moved is that, which doesn't matter. Let's just back away from the riders and see if I can lure them into a certain direction. Knowing I haven't got the speed to hop over. They're just standing in the back doing nothing, who cares? Shroud, I could apply cover onto something or start plaguing them. Could make the short bows skill 2 so they can't shoot anything. I guess I'll apply Shroud to myself in case the dragon tries breathing fire on me. I'm a very sneaky Dwayne Snot Johnson. I'm hidden. If I'm going to do that, I should probably go this way. Get some separation between my units. Alternatively, I suppose I could have you charge this. Makes it very hard to hit both, and he could... We know he can defeat Treants, but it's going to take so long is the problem. I don't want to get stuck there forever. Flying around and shooting stuff and then eventually hitting something in the back is the way to go. So you contend with that, and then we'll do a better charge later. Forward inches the dragon. All of their stuff is stuck. Well, if I kill the fire lizard, I'm rewarded by being treanted. That's okay. They're also stuck behind their guys. Eagle wants a piece of us there as well. Okay, they've given us what we wanted over here. I think I can flank them. There you go, I can easily get there. Pretty sure it'll allow me to fit in here without being stopped, so we're good. Forward they inch. I'll eventually get something behind you. Yeah, though. Once this is dead, I'll have more room to wiggle on that side. Ah, they did what I wanted. Good. Well, they've come around there, which makes you think I can flank them. However, I need to wait for that Triceratops to move to guarantee that's a viable strategy. So let's move someone who's irrelevant. Dwayne's sort of moot over here. I'll just take a shot with his rock throw and then get out the way. Kind of hard because of the tree line. Don't know if I can actually see them. Okay, tell you what, I'll actually throw rocks at the riders to chip off a wound or two and make it easier on the flies to win. There you go, you're halfway through the unit for free. Alright, good. You've moved. Now I know where they are, so I can outposition them. Simply ignore them. They've cast Divine Favour. They've improved the skill of the Fire Lizard from 3 to 4. Well, they're already better skilled than me, so that is completely irrelevant. Can I get into here? Oh, it's a big unit. Maybe not. That's a shame. I'm going to get caught by something everywhere. I've got better movement then. Maybe I can get back over here and try and pull this off. No, I haven't got the arc. I come forward, the Treant's going to catch me, which is a headache. The only way this would work is if I did this. And then I froze the Treant in place so it can't charge. Theoretically, if I charged first, then I would be able to do it. However, because I charged first against the Fire Lizard, they have priority on charging, and that will be the only valid target. So they'll get to charge me first, lock me in place, and I won't get my flank. Which is unfortunate, to say the least. Not much I can do there, really. I should have gone further back last turn. That would have drawn the Triceratops forward, allowing me forward. I guess I could use the Prince to flank it now. Or rather, I can just engage the Treant immediately. Shove the Prince right there to fight it. So I'm committing massively to this side. The flies can come over here to, I don't know, distract this Triceratops. I think that's a decent idea. It would be good to get through this flank as quickly as possible. The downside is this and this are still active and I'm doing nothing about them. I need to be aggressive here, otherwise I'm going to get overwhelmed. They've just got so many more units than me. You know, and I've got 3 flies here though that don't contribute any range damage or effective damage whatsoever. Okay, let's I'll put you up here. Get right in the way. I don't know if I'll legally be allowed to declare the charge. It doesn't matter. I don't have any power when charging, so as long as it hits me, I'm fine. Just get to there. There you go. You can't possibly charge anything else and be annoying about it now. I may as well even shoot you before I start. I'd rather plague something. There's no point. Fire away. Hey, I won. Yay. Okay, and now because of that, there's nothing stopping us from just coming over here. Squeezing in between. Getting rid of the raptor riders nice and promptly. Right, the flies. The flies need to do a lot of work here. Distracting all of these units for me. Kill this quickly. There, we got it. Excellent job. The 2 wounds we did with the shot were absolutely crucial. Oh, they might actually charge this instead of... Oh, I'm brain dead. That was gonna wind up charging the flies anyway. Yeah, okay. Fine, I guess you're just active to do whatever you want. Not terrible. I have one of my really strong pieces. Just free to move. Okay. Where are you gonna go? Continue to disregard dragon. Oh, they finally got into range of something, did they? Great. Roll a 4-up save, guys, please. Eagle is here, threatening again the flies. I don't care if you hit the flies. They're here to hold your attention. They're looking entirely the wrong way. I might be able to Dwayne them. Good, that's what I want. Focus on the perfect. Huge amounts of enemy power, focusing on a completely useless unit of influenzas. This is more of a hassle. It's going to recharge my guys, so I think the best move is to put you down here and fight the Triceratops. Yeah, because then I can kill the Eagle with you and then start running the Dread Knights around here and sweeping their army. Deal with this for me. I could web something. I don't need to this turn. No one's in any real threat. I don't really care if the flies get slowly beaten to death. It'll take it a while to chew through them. Particularly because I'll heal at some point as well, so... I'll kill this, this, and this, and then come around and hit them and kill them. Yeah, shoot this. Triple 6, okay. One way to pass a check. If you kill the pterodactyls, you'll be rewarded by being dryaded. It's a shame. I kind of want the flies away from these units to distract them. Dwayne would be really nice if you actually killed off the dragon. I think it would be worth plaguing it because it's not telling me, but the dragon is power. Yeah, it's skill 5, so I could at least make us equal. So it can't hit me on 4s. Well, it has to hit me on 4s and then has to reroll. Makes it my life a lot easier. Actually have a chance of beating it to death. Good, you've all come over here. I appreciate it. How do I continue to hold all of your attentions? By doing this. That'll do. Double 6 on the flies, wow. So I don't lose combat, so I don't take an extra 1 to 3 wounds. Perfect. Pause. Still lowest skill possible. They haven't got any skill levels, but we'll upgrade those later. Enough to crush them with a flank charge, though. Cool, you rolled the best possible result and still failed, because you can't roll a -1 on 2 dice. Try as you might. To draw, good. That means oh, can they still fit into my side arcs? Oh, I don't know. Is that front or side? We'll see in a moment. That. Oh, they reached me. Okay, well, fine. The flyers will die slightly faster than anticipated then. We'll need to kill this nice and quick. Kill this for me. The problem is if the flies die, I'm actually in a terrible spot later. I need you to be alive for an extra turn or 2. They somehow squeezed into there. Do you think if I heal them, do you think they'll survive a turn? What is that? I think they doubled all of their movement. Just call. Yeah, -2 move speed for all infantry. Going to be shot. Congratulations. Now, really need to start rolling average on these checks. Still just there. Fine. You can disregard that unit because it's going to waste its time chasing this around. Yeah, I can shroud someone for cover. Tell you what, I'll shroud the flies. There you go. Get cover saves. Stop taking so many wounds. Good, you've got all of their attention, which is fantastic. I guess, given your number of wounds, I could put you into the Dryads to stop them, and then you can come over here and fight these. Over here, I could potentially use the Potion of Power, but I don't know if it works, so it's not the best bet. I think I'd be better served with... If I Plague them, I could reduce them to skill 2, so it'd be much harder for them to hit. I think I'd be better off just healing them. I've got, what, 5, 10... Now looks like 3, so 13 wounds. I think I can survive. If I can survive just one turn, I can get out the way of a lot of this. Kind of save myself. So let's heal now. That's a bit of a shame because then Dwayne's not going to get any benefit and all of his wounds are permanent. But this is kind of super crucial. Oh no, if it fails, I might consider just netting that unit in place. No, I'm going to do this. Heal them. No idea what the roll was. I think I got a 1, maybe a 2. That looks like 14, whatever. Okay. You. Just flap your wings over here. Hang on, I'm in charge range of something. Careful. That's their charge radiuses. That was safe. Yeah, all 5 hits from the Treant. Oh, of course it does. It does 4 wounds. Okay, that makes us less likely to survive. Poor hit roll from these may give me a chance. Yes, I have enough wounds left even if I crumble the max amount. He's holding on. Well done, Fly. Flies over here. Absolutely shred that poor pterodactyl. Our dooms to be chipped to death by Dryads. Eagle's dead. Shocker, I know. Are free to get these off the field. Right, how quickly can you kill this? I need it to be really quick. 2s to hit re-rolling, so all 6 hits, and it's 3s, but he doesn't have to re-roll, so I can do good damage, okay. Hopefully I can kill it in 2 turns and get him back into the game. We might even run. It's, see, there you go. That's a bit of an unfortunate gimmick with the Triceratops. Triceratops are usually harder to break because they're fearless, but the one with the little priest on top is actually easier because it has to use the character's discipline, which is lower than the dinosaurs. So that roll there just screwed them. Okay, we're winning so far because I plagued you. All of those 3s missed. Ha 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 ha. I take 1 wound. Good, I'm winning. That one will stay. I kind of saw it coming. We'll have to slowly hack through it. Okay, get rid of those. Well done, Flies. You've done us proud. Do I counter? It makes me power 4, which makes absolutely no difference. So I'm actually going to stand here and let them charge me and kind of get them into an easier to over the side of the corner map further away from me so they can't charge into me later. I can't engage that immediately, so that's pointless, and you're going to buzz around. Yeah, they just barely fit, which is a bit of a headache. Right, they didn't shoot me for whatever reason. Oh no, they're after Dwayne. But fortunately they're still in the front arc, so they can't charge me unless this dies, at which point I'm going to have to fight them. Okay. I'll have to use a unit. Well, you've used everything around here, so let's just fly you around again. I guess what I could do is just put you up in the corner of the map. And that, wow, it failed to rally, so that will leave the field. That's super lucky. Okay, string of really good luck there. So what we can do then, you're now free. Come over here and charge either of these units, whenever you feel like. Probably the Riders is the best bet. The Soaring Warriors aren't really all that threatening. Flanking them is a good bet. And then net. Will this unit, you think, be able to draw a line of sight to the Dread Knights? Probably yes. We hover over them, that will be their arc, so they'll be able to, so they can see us, but they won't be able to draw a straight line from there. Center of their unit is the middle of that, so they're to me, which is here. So they need to go from there. Absolutely no chance. That treant is going to block them. So we're safe from them for a turn. We can ignore them. What I do need to be concerned with is the charge radius of the treant. Have I gotten too close and I can get flanked? Possibly. It's not the end of the world. I can just kill it easily. Save the net. Could plague it to slow it down. Seems a bit of a excess. Okay, so we have a battle over here in which the flies have superior skill. Funny. Take a bunch more wounds from the dryads and dead. It is proud bloated horde. Yeah, I was well within range of the treant there. Oops. Damage from the character. Dwayne hits fine. 2 wounds. Because you can't. Plaguing this dragon was a super good call. All of those 3s would have hit us. They would have to reroll, but again, that's a huge amount of damage I'm just taking off every turn. And then next turn it's dead. Yeah, I take a bunch of wounds. And I take more because of crumble, but at least I can hold them there for a second. These all run. Don't care, there's one left technically. I'd love for you to do that, but I can't. So just fine, get stuck with the treant for a bit. Be all their monsters dealt with. Pass. I can still use the net in combat to get in the way of one of these. Shroud kicking in, so all these 5s miss. Now have to activate stuff. That hasn't moved it, that hasn't moved it, and this hasn't moved yet. Well, if you're still on this one, I'll just shove you this way so they can't catch you. You see that? I think the AI is cheating there. There's no way you should be able to perform a pirouette that hard and then move that far. Okay. I'd love to see what these do first before I commit the Dread Knights. This unit will still be alive no matter what, so I'm going to have to deal with that. They might turn towards me, in which case I can do this. So I could just shove the Dread Knights here and hit them. If they come back towards me, fine, so be it. If not, I can net them in a second. Okay, you're after that unit. Interesting. I think the best bet, therefore, if I net this unit in place, I could flank charge the warriors with the Dread Knights, and then Dwayne should kill the dragon this turn, thereby allowing him to flank the raptors. So let's do that. Arcane Web these. No move for you. Character misses every time because we smell. That's enough hits. That'll do it. Well, good work. Take away all their 3s again. Doing 1 wound to me per turn, but hey, we got through in the end. Oh, hang on, I forgot something. The fly is going to be dead, which means this unit can reach me. You got me there. Fine, we'll have to fight dryads instead. We only do a single wound. Okay, it's going to take a while. A shame, my strongest unit is stuck here. I need to slowly chip its way through. Most durable monster they've got. Right, where are these going to go? Don't care about that. There we go, finally a saving throw. Here's the bad news. I can only contest one of you with that. Shall I use this now? It's worth it. Okay, what is my power is 6 and my attacks is 6. So this should go up to power 8, attack 7. Nope, still bugged. It does nothing at all. We'll give it one last chance when the combat turn rolls around, but I'm pretty sure it's not going to work. For some reason, the monster lords just don't... It doesn't function correctly. I'm going to rear charge that unit to save my Dread Knights. Yes, it throws the flies away, but it's more important I stop them. Okay, we're going to get charged by something, I'm afraid. I can't stop both, but better than nothing. Damage. 2 rolling 1s. Full house. Roll a bunch of 1s and 2s. There we go. Should be dead next turn. Okay. That was easy. I should have saved my net for this turn. Well, maybe it stopped those annoying warriors from doing anything. These shouldn't really be able to hurt me. They are power 5, which actually sucks because I'm only defense 5. No, I'm dead wrong. Dwayne's actually in a lot of trouble. This unit will kill him. Can't believe that Plague Hulk is all the way down at defense 5. Just hold that one in place at least. The rest of these are just going to have to make do. They won't kill us because we don't run away. We just crumble extra wounds, and then I should be able to turn around and deal with them. Right, my entire army is engaged in combat, so just pass. Now you can plague something. Skill 4, I could plague the. It makes it easier for me to hit them later when I turn around, or I could plague the raptors, so it's harder for them to hit my flies. It may buy me a turn. That's already superior skill, so irrelevant, as is this. So really it's a question between these two. I don't care about plaguing that. I'm going to ignore the skirmishers. Well, I live anyway, and then I turn around and hit them, and when I do, I'll have an advantage, but this will be dead. So I'm going to fly over here and hit these in the back and side anyway. I think I'm going to trust these to eventually chip the... I have a 2-up save here, so let's focus on the riders. They rally, not surprising, they have high discipline. Okay, I need you to get through this turn, quite ideally. Okay, don't take 2 wounds. Oh, you've got to be joking. And I lost. So I lost. That's ridiculous. Rolled 5 dice, 3 up 2 times. Okay, at least I didn't lose over here this time. That's really bad. I needed to be free to go help other units. I win. That's funny. And they actually break. Okay, that's a bit of... What a weird game SOVL is. Doesn't roll average at all. So amazingly, because of War Banner, +1 combat score, I don't have to take 1 to 3 wounds. It equaled it out. Their flank was countered, so I'm okay. Right. I could have attack immediately, but I'm not going to because this warrior unit is going to turn, at which point I can stop them from recharging either of these by flanking them with the flies. So that's what I shall do. They're going to shoot me. They can't do that many wounds, so I'm just going to ignore them. Oh, I might be wrong. Ooh, am I alive? Yes. Ouch. I just need the fly unit barely alive and I'm good. Right, they did exactly what I thought they would do. So come over here. Don't let them do that. In case Dwayne dies, I'm going to have to put this unit as close as possible. They will rally, but I can kill this and flank them in 2 seconds. Oh my god, I didn't roll a single save and died. That's... What a preposterous... That is absolutely ridiculous. The averages there. Plague Hulk slowly winning this. I might run out of wounds eventually though before they do. They've just got too many. Here I get a 2-up save. Yeah, a couple 1s. I'm still okay relatively speaking, so I will win. There's at least those dealt with. Okay, now you can charge this. Yeah, and then you can hold this in place so they can't stop you. This is going to get pretty dicey now actually. The fly will probably lose and die, but it really just comes down to these 2 units. Ouch. Okay, a couple misses. I'm still alive, good. Still winning. I need you to roll a fail eventually. There we go. If we do it enough times, then we're mathematically pretty much guaranteed to eventually do that. Fly does nothing, hooray. Okay, as long as it's a draw, I don't take the wounds and crumble, so that's okay. Here, I need these gone. That's a good roll. Okay. What do I do with Dwayne? Do I charge this or do I go into the Dryads? I can't really hit either unit if I don't do this cleverly. If I do that one and then they rally, I think I can break them in a turn. And I can come back around here and kind of ignore these, whereas these would be constantly shooting at me. So let's charge the skirmishers. You can't reach anything this turn yet. But basically it all comes down to the Rot Legion. These will rally, that's not surprising. If I rushed over here to charge and break them, that's fine. It would then allow the Deep Guard later to flank me. But simultaneously, I could charge this, at which point the riders are going to come over anyway. So what's more of a threat? The power 4 riders are far more threatening because I don't get a 2-up save. So let's just, as well as these actually, so let's just kill this now. Fly will die and then I can deal with whatever comes to hit me in the back later. I'll have to deal with it. Try to rally, it's also not surprising. Fly's dead. Yeah, genius. We get all of them. They do nothing, so they get a 2-up save. They do break, good. If something tries to hit me in the back, I could use you to hit them instead. Get rid of the riders now. Do not charge that, I need you mobile. Yeah, they're after Dwayne, which is okay. In fact, their entire army is basically after Dwayne, which is an absolute blessing because this is the unit that actually matters. And they rally. Okay, how do I keep Dwayne alive as long as possible so these can come back and slaughter everything? I could move up here and then charge. That gets me flanked later. I'd probably be able to shoot the skirmishers to reduce their kind of damage output. Yeah, they're very fragile, so it hurt them quite quickly. And then probably just stay out of combat and just constantly blast them with Shadow Bolt and get their numbers down. Will I pick off the rest of these? Vacate the field. There we go. Come about and start killing these instead. Yeah, trying to shoot me. Oh, you've got to be joking. You couldn't pass them 3-up saves. Should have charged them. Okay, now I'm going to have to fight stuff head on then. What do I want to charge? I guess that unit is the easiest to deal with. Can't charge it because of the woods. Right. There isn't really any way I'm going to be able to do this. I needed one more turn of him being alive and I would have been able to split them apart. Okay. If I charge this, it gets me flanked. If I charge that, it gets me flanked. But of these, that is still more worrying because of its power and defense. So I guess I should stop that from getting... The ideal setup here is I try to flank charge this eventually. So let's just rush up here. This will give the annoying skirmishers a shot on me next turn, but I need to flank this somehow. Enemy morale won't decrease on bosses until they hit 25%, so no, I can't just run around a bit, I need to actually fight again. Sadly means that basically no matter what I do, after the first initial charge where I have an advantage, they're going to round on me and do a bunch of damage. I can't get around them. So what I think I'm going to have to do... Just take the charge here, kill them, get it nice and low, and then accept whatever charges come next. They'll die pretty much to a man. I deal with being hit by 2 units. Hopefully just raw overpower them. Oh, it's a really bad one because it's going to give these guys a combined charge. I'd rather wait until something more better. These idiots position in a way they can't dual charge me by accident. Yes, that allows them to shoot me, but a 2-up save means I shouldn't care. Amazingly, they're more durable than Dwayne is. Right. I think that unit is far away enough now that I can... They've split themselves apart such that I can do this. In fact, if I'm really lucky, I can get all the way over here and flank these. 2.2. I can see them and they can't see me. So I'll flank that, be there, and then fight those next when they come toward me. Right, I'll take that. They'll probably still reach annoyingly. They turn the wrong way. Okay, no, they can't. They're really slow. Good, we got away with it. This unit should evaporate. Yeah, pretty much. They will charge me, but power 4 to power 5. Guess what? I'm defense 6. It makes no difference. Taking that immediately. Gets me charged back. They'll flank me later, but I'll have to deal with that. Again, if they left themselves in charge radius, so I can even counter them. We'll win because of my insane power. Good. Okay, break. And now the Dryads. Okay, yeah, they haven't got enough power left in the field to actually stop me from chewing through them. I just hit too damn hard. We'll get flanked in a second by the 2 guard, but whatever. They're routing this turn, so we're safe. Failed to rally. Well done. Definitely not Rottweilers in horse armor. Yeah, if we didn't get that random event turning them into cavalry, we'd have 100% lost. That was definitely unwinnable without those. One of the most well-earned victories ever. Oh, that's a bit red. Okay, let's heal a lot now. First we get some well-earned levels. Flyenzas. attack, so they hit things replenish to fix or unit size. Probably unit size. All I do is distract things with their bodies. So we'll just have some more of them. And then the Dread Knights. Skill up to skill 5. Reduce the crumble rolls or gold. Probably actually want combat prowess on these because they're my most important heavy hitting unit right now. So I'll just make them tougher. These flies level. Again, more of them. More flies, please. And then Dwayne needs replenishment desperately because I need to fix a lot of wounds quite quickly. There you go, 3 to 4. Oh, there you go. He's actually got a respectable number of wounds now. You get 1 back a turn. That's agonizing. I'm going to take a while. Oh, who am I kidding? Just do this. Just heal everything. I'm going to get all the flyers get 1 instead of 2 because the game hates me. 7 of 8 is probably good enough, but given that I have no strength on the field, I'm going to give you your max size. Done. Okay, right. I think we can stop there. Thank you very much for watching. I do hope you enjoyed. If so, please do consider liking and subscribing. It does help out the channel. Of course, I do appreciate it. Also help share SOVL around. We act as a marketing team for the one-man developer. If you do have any interest in SOVL, it's free to play for the first 5 factions. This one is one of the paid DLC ones. So if you like what you see, then you can just give it a go. Or if you just want to chat and leave us in the comment section, that's great too. Thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed. I'll see you next time.